We all know what happened to King Von, and they said that Lil Durk set him up, but I don't think that Lil Durk set King Von up. Lil Durk may have sent a couple hits or whatever, but I don't think that he had nothing to do with that. Now, they just dropped a video of what happened with Lil Tim. Now, Lil Tim was the one who did that to King Von, and we already know for a fact King Von, if he would have knew Lil Tim was in that back, he would have got down on him and he would have instantly did what he had to do. But on the footage, it shows exactly what you feel me, what happened. And I want everybody to know if you're a fan of King Von, drop the RP King Vons down in the comment section. Because everybody know for a fact that Lil Tim, everything that he did, it was gonna come right back on him, regardless of how he feel about it. Like you can't do that to certain people, and you can't put yourself in these situations like this. Like at the end of the day, we know exactly what went down and what was going on.
Get all that.
RP King Von. Everybody know for a fact that Lil Tim, he did what he did, but regardless of what side he was riding with, he shouldn't have even put himself in that, like in that situation. He know what he did, but it all comes back on the person when they think that they got away with it. It don't matter how many years it takes. He went to jail for a little while, but they let him out. By them letting him out, it was the worst mistake ever because if he would have stayed in there, he'll still be good right now to this day. But we know exactly what happened with the King Von, everything that happened with King Von, and inside of Lil Durk getting locked up, it all led for everybody to look at the whole situation between King Von as if it was a setup. So if you're a fan of King Von, let me know down in the comment section. Regardless of how they look at it, they did it. You feel me? But he did it to himself. If he would have never even went out there, now keep in mind, on the footage, it showed exactly what happened with King Von. King Von, if he would have never went out there, he should have stayed in Chicago. He'll still be here with us right now. But they said that they tried to snatch that chain. Once he tried to snatch that chain, that's when Quando Rondo instantly stepped back. Lil Tim hopped right out the car and started shooting. If you're a fan of King Von, let me know down in the comment section. We're gonna wait for some people to get up in here, y'all. Lil Durk, he went to court on this. And everybody know for a fact that they said, hey, do y'all think that he set up King Von? Let me know down in the comment section. Regardless of how they look at it, they know exactly what it is and what's going on. King Von, he'll still be here with us right now. A lot of people put the stuff that he did in front of him as if that was supposed to, like stop something. No, he still came up and started doing what he had to do. King Von, he still came up and started doing everything that he had to do. A lot of people thought that it was just going to be one way. No, it is what it is, man. But by them even saying that Lil Tim did it and Lil Tim trying to continuously take the credit for it, he gonna have to live by that. Everywhere he go, if he go to the wrong hood, y'all already know what's gonna happen. Let me know down in the comment section. If y'all think that Lil Durk, when he do finally get out, that everything gonna change because Lil Tim and NBA YoungBoy, you feel me? Them together is cool, but Quando Rondo locked up too. So by Quando Rondo being locked up, it goes to show everything that's really going on, man. If they would have never caught Lil Pop in that truck, None of this would never even led to Lil Durk getting locked up. King Von would still be here with us right now if they would have never even plotted on him. But by them doing that at that hookah lounge, it led everybody to thinking that Lil Durk, you feel me, he should have been there protecting King Von, even though King Von was the savage out of the whole crew. You can't really put an eye on the exact people who were standing out there, but the people who actually got hit up and the people who was the getaway driver, they spoke and they said what they had to say, you feel me? They commented on the situation that happened with Lil Pop, but everything that King Von did made it to where Lil Durk made everybody think that he was supposed to go slide for him when whole time Quando Rondo, he been whispering to people for a long time saying he don't even like King Von. They shouldn't have never even hung out with each other. But King Von, he looked at it a whole totally different way because King Von, he was a real one. He was doing his thing, but everybody know for a fact King Von, him and his family, they do their thing, man. And they instantly, they take care of their business. We know that King Von, he one of the real ones. He the one that sat there and put structure to O Block because everybody know for a fact O Block really they ain't really had no structure at first because Boss Top he was running around trying to you feel me like boss down on people like come on now like everybody know for a fact once Lil Durk stepped in the picture Lil Durk he set a new foundation for him but it led them to still do stuff that was crazy even though they had money you can't go out there and do certain things thinking that just because you got money, you're going to get away with it. You're supposed to left that behind. But by them not leaving that behind, it led everybody to, you feel me, either getting locked up or actually getting deceased. So once we see the facts that King Von, by him going out there, it looked like a setup as far as Quando Rondo and his people waiting out there for him. Ain't no telling if NBA YoungBoy ain't seen it. You feel me? NBA YoungBoy seemed like he was more liable to tell Quando Rondo and them to go up there and wait for King Von because he knew that they had an album release party. Other than Lil Durk, Lil Durk was taking care of his business and doing his thing. People thought that Lil Durk had something to do with it when really he didn't. When it's a lot of people who, you could really put your eye on what's really going on and really pay close attention because certain things lead to you making the wrong mistake. Like you can't really do certain things thinking that you're gonna get away with it. But we know for a fact that King Von was one of the main ones. He liked the NBA YoungBoy music and he wanted to like make songs with them. Look what it ended up in. It ended up being Lil Durk going to jail, Quando Rondo going to jail, everything that happened with King Von and transpired with NBA YoungBoy, it made it seem like the money wasn't even worth it at the end of them even collabing or doing anything together. So by everybody seeing how Chicago started the whole drill scene, the drill scene ended up taking off regardless of how many bodies they caught. And we know for a fact King Von, he used to brag on his bodies. He always sat back and looked at everything and everybody as if, you feel me, they was an op. But it's too many people who walked in that courtroom who didn't walk out. Lil Durk was one of them, and Lil Durk still locked up to this day. R.I.P. King Von. R.I.P. to everybody who was lost that was behind this, man. And we all know for a fact how stuff like this turn out. You end up seeing who really behind it.